예쁘죠? 케냐 나룩의 전원생활. 예. 고양이 발견. 안돼 가지마. 미안해. 가버렸어.
For the keeping, so they are saying until they finish the internal discussion, they will let us go. Let's just leave them. Yeah.
So we'll go there and have another meeting with them.
Just like an update, because they'll update us, and then we'll give them feedback. Then they leave each other.
Yes, I heard that they have been having a weekly discussions. I hear that you
Look nice.
you like me so much.
I'll share with you, but I'm not using it again.
It's okay.
I just like the way. Nasikia kumuita. Sasa.
What is Twenden Wenden Avio? Nambio is best? Yeah. Twenden Nambio. Yay! This is fun.
So fun.
Yes.
Pero,
Yes.
cool. Hello. Yeah.
They're wondering why is 무슨고 못하고. What is this 무슨고? Yes. Oh yeah, this line is new, right? We didn't have this line. Enta sopa. They made some sales with these whistle pipes. Very nice.
Atuna, iyo ilikata.
This is to avoid
Like
direct sunlight.
Yes.
Jamin and the Masi, you're welcome.
No sim.
No sim.
No sim.
No sim and the Masi, you're welcome. 172.
272. Okay. So have you sold them or are you planning to sell them soon?
Some of them are ready for market, and others are still, we are still sowing them.
So the selling process hasn't been started?
We have already started. We have sold.
Juu kila saa Hii mambo ya records inauma.
Usuri sasa. Kwa sasa tutumia hii na huko.
Afadhali.
Afadhali tuende huko sasa.
Hiyo ni any day tu, ni mseme. Hiyo ni any day. Wewe ni kama siko.
Wacha tuweke.
They are supposed to sort. These ones are trees. So they
Can we also sell them when they grow?
yeah. So they are supposed to, like, if they are two like this one, they you can just slowly pull one, transfer to another,
Transfer.
yeah, to another location. Yeah. Then it's done. Yeah, you can also have
Take it outside.
this one. See, yenye imeshed hiyo mabati pale, itaharibu mabati.
진짜 맛있다. 양념이 미쳤네. 진짜 맛있다. 너무 맛있어. That's good.
Rain.
There was rain?
No rain.
Tiring. I went to Narusura Tree Nursery with Mercy,
Yes.
but there wasn't any office vehicles today, so we rode.
You walk.
No, we rode motorcycle. Yes, with Lemerian, our committee member.
Yes.
Yes, he rode us. Everybody was looking at me like, who is that Musungu riding? Bona with you. It was so funny. We're back.
Yes. I'll pick you tomorrow.
따라라라. 따라라라. 감기 같은 날다. 와, 오늘따라 좀 예쁘네. 진짜 예쁜데? 오늘 나온 암탉. 깜짝이야. 아씨, 놀래라. 내 성질이야. 야, 너 인생샷이다, 인생샷. 뒤돌아보세요. 자, 여기 보세요. 하이. 하이파이브. 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 오늘의 저녁 짜파티. 이게 뭐더라? 무수무? 키쿠무? 소고기 앤 과일. 아멘. 잘 먹겠습니다.
이홀드 2세이브 5.52에 그리고 2루 주자 2루에서 견제를 했을 때
넘어갑니다. 롯데의 점인데 롯데의 점인데 롯데 점인데 점인데
그 변화구를 흘러나가기 전에 배트 앞부분이 먼저 딱 나오면서 잘라쳤던 게
원준아 제발.
허인사 선수도 오늘 교체가 되면서 오재원 선수가 좀 들어가는군요. 강하게 타고 승리가 빠져나갑니다. 자, 오재원 이후까지 자, 2명으로 물어났습니다. 이하태 경기의 김태현. 전투를 했습니다. 건너잡고 3루에
아 손성빈 너무 잘해. 미쳤나봐.
웃고 있어요. 손흥민 선수.
됐다.
잡았습니다.
나이스.
오늘 경기의 마지막 아웃카운트. 이렇게 오늘 경기 종료되면서 롯데자이언츠와 한화이글스의 주중 시리즈 1차전 롯데자이언츠가 6대4 2점차 승리를 거둡니다.
그리고 브이로그.
아우 시끄러. 그만 울어. 출근 준비 완료. 파이팅. 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 일요일 아침. 출근 완. 안경 잡기. Oh, it's just called wild fruit? Wow. How does it taste like?
Just take a piece.
Oh. It's a fruit?
Yeah, it's a fruit.
Is it sweet?
Very sweet.
Looks like decoration. Like lamp.
Yeah. Yeah, safari po.
Ancestral land ni ancestral land.
Na ni kama naye kukaa alikuwa na hesabu nyingine.
Akamwambia mimi nimekugift na ancestral land.
Unajua ile naye ni precious sana. Than yenye umenunua na pesa yako.
Oh, kwa mzee. Alikuwa anajua sasa hivi tena kufungua store.
둥근 해가 떴어요.
Ona hizi mamilima venye zimejipanga mpaka nimesimanga private car ningekuwa
Farming. Your laptop.
Hapa ndio ilikuwa ya nini?
This is avocado as well?
Yeah, grafted.
Oh.
It's grafted.
What is grafted?
Oh, they take
This is
an indigenous rootstock and then they introduce the new
Ah,
variety.
new one, so they mix it.
Ni has.
Yeah, ini has.
Do physical selection so that we increase the survival rate.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. So he's taking a look at every single
Yeah.
ones. Okay.
Tell how many oranges?
Oranges are 600.
Oh,
600.
600 now. 960 avocado. Na
960.
maembe?
Avocado 360.
Oh, avocado 360, maembe 9?
960.
960.
Mm.
Yes.